Shit.
Are you gonna be okay with this?
Yeah. I just need to get either an extension cord or a different socket plug-in thing.
Can never be easy with you, can it?
It's kind of a pain. Never. This is my life. If it's gonna be normal.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get into the ramble.
I hear you.
I'll get into the ramble, and then we'll just go.
Okay.
Sound good?
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh boy. Why is that different? Well, that's why.
No image, no nothing.
No image, no nothing?
No nothing, just sweet, sultry dulcet.
And severely disordered.
I don't know if that's actually a word.
Also severely distorted, but that's because you're out in the middle of nowhere. You're visiting with family.
Yeah. Are you actually if you're able to? Oh no, because you stream through Discord, so you. Okay.
What are you thinking? What do you think?
It's too bad I can't turn the video off on my end.
You should be able to.
Just because. What am I up to? I am just getting back from getting my brother out of. It was a prison break. Legally. Although honestly, after watching the movie, really considered walking into a bank and just firing a gun off, and then having this whole big plan that doesn't go according.
That would be you. That would be you in a heartbeat.
Yep.
So what?
What's new?
Okay, so a bit of a mixed on a Monday because Eli usually broadcasts live from his site WTFATTA. My audio is wacky as well because fuck it, it's Monday and it just seems to be that sort of day today. I haven't even had dinner yet, so I'm still eating my dinner as we're going through. But we want to keep to a schedule, and you are out visiting the family, are you not?
I am behind the hill at the end of the wrong turn.
What?
Yes, that's right. If you don't know, go rent it. The scary people that are in the bush, those are my family.
And you mean the hills have eyes? Is that what you're referring to?
Nope, wrong turn. But same kind of people.
Jesus.
Yeah. Wrong turn is the hills have eyes in the bush.
Gotcha. Okay. So, having said that, we are going to get into a few things here. It's going to be a bit of a truncated day because you are out in the sticks and I'm like drastically behind schedule, but it is what it is. One of the things we wanted to bring up was the fact that Mini-Me, Vern Troyer, passed away over the weekend. And he was, what, 49 years old? Yeah. So...
I told my brother this.
Yes.
And his response, bad, but it's fucking funny.
What's that?
I'm going to hell. When I told him that Vern Troyer committed without missing a beat, what did he do? Jump off a...
What? What did he do? Jump off a table? Is that what
like,
you said?
Oh, God, Ben. He said jump off.
The audio is so bad, but yeah, basically you get the idea.
Yeah, it is terrible audio.
It is terrible.
Which is ironic because you're coming in beautifully. But
okay.
I have satellite internet, so it's nothing. I will let you talk.
Apparently, Vern Troyer did struggle from depression as well as alcoholism. Had a beautiful, stunning, and very talented girlfriend, actress Brittany Powell, which I had no idea. Who starred with him on Celebrity Wife Swap, which seems rather odd, but whatever. But she's a beautiful young woman.
Well, you did see Austin Powers pod, right?
Yeah. A baby's arm holding an apple. I get it. But it's just one of those things that just seems like like I will never understand depression, and I'm not going to make any sort of jokes about what depression is, how it feels, or what it feels like for other people, because it's just not something that I have in my life, and it's not something I deal with, at least not on a constant basis. So for someone like Vern Troyer, whatever the case may be, to kill himself or commit suicide due to depression with a mix of alcoholism, I mean, it's unfortunate to say the least.
Mm-hmm. I can suffer from cyclothymia, which is I go through bouts of mania and then depression, and then it's called atypical double deprived depression while I'm depressed.
You sound like you go through a bit of a rough time.
I know, it's a double fucking whammy.
Jeez. What brings this on for you?
That's Cyclothymia it's a consistent. It's always going to be months. I'll be in a manic mood, and then every couple of depressed state. And sometimes when I'm in the super depressed state, it's a functioning, like I'm bedridden and so on and so forth. But then every so often I get this super depressed state where I don't want to do, I want to fuck the.
Okay.
So, but I find personally for me that past that is by accomplishing anything. It doesn't matter. Just make something.
The feeling of accomplishment. The feeling of accomplishment is basically what you're talking about, right? Boy, oh boy, that signal is rough. I'm going to try to fix this in
My parents are using the microwave, and it's fucking up my signal.
Your parents are using the microwave, and that's what's messing everything up, eh?
Legit. Actually, if you want to know if your microwave gonna do that, put your phone in the microwave.
Okay.
Don't turn the microwave on.
Okay.
just close it.
Okay.
And just to be safe, unplug the fucking thing.
Keep talking. I'm gonna try
put
to fix
it in
this.
there.
I'm gonna try to fix this feed by turning off my camera here for you, but bringing it back up for the stream. Okay, so keep talking. Okay.
Perfect. Okay. So what ends up happening is you put your phone inside of the microwave, close the door, and have someone else try and text call your phone. If the phone rings or beeps or whatever while it's in the microwave, you don't have a proper Faraday cage, and every time you turn that thing on, you're gonna end up with the Netflix is buffering, Facebook is buffering, everything because the signals are they're kind of canceling each other out. They're muddying the waters, digital waters.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, always check your microwave, or just know that your microwave is likely the culprit if you're having random bouts with buffering.
Good to know. You are so.
Who picked up the phone?
So where the hell are you right now, anyway?
If you want to find it on Google Maps, it's called Hardwood Lake, Ontario, and you will see what I mean when I say I am lit fuck nowhere.
Okay.
In fact, this might have been the birthplace of the butt fuck.
Okay, you seem to be coming through a lot clearer, and I think I got this thing all sorted out now, so that's good. All right. What was? Do you recall what it was that you were talking about when you brought up the ants?
And the explosive ants.
Yeah, explosive ants.
Suicide bomber. That is a fucked up story. 15 new species of ants discovered, and they bomb themselves to protect the hive. I don't know if you have the report open, but so essentially what they're doing is detect a threat. They will violently contract their in half, and then there's like this food that's all toxic and shit and poisonous, and it sprays everywhere. But on top of that, these little bastards will bite onto the other ant and force it to carry around a corpse.
Holy crap.
It's fucking twisted, right?
Okay, let me bring it up here. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, so
it blows me away that the animal kingdom can be so vicious.
Biologists have discovered a new species of an ant that explodes when it gets angry, coating its enemies in sticky goo. The suicide bomber ant was discovered in a forest canopy in Borneo. When threatened by other species of the low ranker When threatened by other species and other insects, the low-ranking worker ants can rupture their own bodies. They do this by violently contracting their abdominal muscles until they split. Ah! The sticky goo, which experts say has a distinct...
I'm gonna do crunches until it...
Yeah, no kidding. Has a distinct smell reminiscent of curry and can kill or injure their enemy. The explosion causes the ants immediate death, no shit, and releases a sticky toxic goo liquid that they produce with enlarged glands behind their jaw. In addition to the goo, the ant's jaw locks onto their opponent when they die, leaving the attacked ants, if not killed, having to haul around the dead ant's body. What the fuck?
Mother Nature is fucking cruel.
Mother Nature, damn, you scary.
Damn right.
Jesus.
Gains, your typhoons, tsunamis, and then you got fucking suicide bomber ants.
That's something new. Like this has to be something that has been like clearly produced. Like, you know, this is something that's evolved over time. But that's literally sacrificing yourself for the better of the colony.
Honestly,
what?
And ever seen anything like that in any other species? Animal, and I don't think I've ever seen one where they will willingly like explode themselves or kill themselves to save the rest.
According to Dark Avenger Gaming, The Last of Us was based on that fungus that makes bugs turn into zombies, and if it evolves, it can do the same to humans.
Ooh.
Have you played that video game, The Last of Us?
That's interesting. I have not.
Actually,
I have been so broke because of winter. I can't afford anything right now.
Yeah, abnormally long winter in Canada.
$4,500 in fucking winter.
Apparently, a Dark Avenger Gaming is claiming that they stole his idea.
I understand how he feels and I sympathize.
There's been a lot of great ideas coming out of your head.
An idea like that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great ideas coming out of your head that suddenly showed up in modern and like in pop culture. And I remember coming to you a couple of times like, dude, did you like sell this or something?
I honestly and Femifuer. I'm pretty sure it's on Twitter as me saying it first.
I'm pretty sure. Now, if only you would have spent the money to actually have it, copyrighted or trademarked or something, you would have been rolling in
it. Well, luck. Fuck. Elon Musk's little brother is taking one of my ideas right now. Profit, and he's doing it in such a stupid fucking manner. It makes me want to punch him.
Are you talking about the portable flamethrower?
No, it's a phenomenon. Jesus. I just one dinner. Just walking up and down the street.
Now again.
Let's begin like Christmas.
For anyone joining us, this is not what it usually sounds like, and usually on the other side of the screen here, there you will see an image of Eli from WTF ATTA, but like I said, he's on location. He's on he's got a job to do. But we're gonna make this a short one because I don't want to take up too much of your family time. But I finally wanted to sit down and talk about the not necessarily reboot, but the inspiration that was taken from the late 90s cartoon animated series Reboot. Do you remember watching that at all?
I have all 3 seasons and 3 movies.
Do you now?
Oh,
So you could say you're a
I
bit of a
do.
fan.
I do. I fucking love that show. Yeah, absolutely. Got Matrix, Fong.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely a fan. Reboot. I was like, it's happy.
when it comes to Reboot, what they did, a studio and Rainmaker Studio, which used to be Mainframe Studio, which is the company that created this whole thing. Reboot was Canadian made, start to finish. Also, the fact that it was the first ever complete CGI television series, which aired in Canada and the United States. And oddly enough, the United States had a lot more regulations than Canada at that time. Sorry? Yeah, it aired in the United States.
Right.
Okay, so it aired for what, 3 seasons? And you said 3 seasons and 3 movies, which were basically seasons chopped up into or seasons combined together to make a film type thing, right?
Yeah, pretty well, yeah.
Yeah. So, first of all, quick little background. All the women in all the female characters, the like actual physical sprite characters, not the ones and zeros, were all based after strippers from the Lower Mainland. Which, if you look at them, kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. And second of all,
it really does, fucking mouse.
And second of all, I mean, the entire series.
I tell you,
what?
Mouse would have bankrupted me. Mouse would have bankrupted me if she was.
Andrea would have bankrupted me, I think.
Oh, her, yeah, okay, touche.
So
they brought her out at just the right time for my puberty.
Can't blame a guy for being a late bloomer. So the other thing is that the entire series ended on this massive cliffhanger where you had Megabyte running amok, trying to make his way back into the supercomputer, Hexadecimal losing her damn mind furthermore than before, and then
didn't she though?
What was that?
I said, didn't she though? She really, you were absolutely right. She lost her damn mind even more than before.
Yeah, but Bob helped her out, if you remember. Like, of course, like spoilers, but for crying out loud, if you haven't seen it yet, Bob helped her out because what happened is
decades old.
he used glitch to fix her face so that her face was no longer a copy and paste program. It was actually her face actually articulated. And then you had Enzo as well as Matrix, which were basically the same character, only one of them was a result of the entire mainframe rebooting, and the other one was the one that went into games and survived by going through games. And you had the big like cliffhanger at the end where like Megabyte was really gonna take it to everyone, and everyone was trying to, like, basically it was just a genuine cliffhanger. So fast forward to this year, and they brought back a series called Reboot, and it's not a continuation. Well, it kind of is a continuation. It certainly isn't a reboot of the reboot.
Well, okay, see, the very last My Two Bob.
Yeah.
And in that one, I remember them actually getting rid of Megabyte.
Well, they tried. They tried. I see,
because Megabyte was a super virus at that point, because he managed to make it to the supercomputer and he became a super virus.
Yes.
And that's why he was able to change forms and become Bob.
Right.
which always kind of confused me because he was never part of the original program. So how did the computer know to reboot him? So why didn't anyone else go? He wasn't part of the original program. Why did the computer reboot him? Enzo, we understand. Why him?
I don't know. Well, you know what? Okay, if you want to go that route, I can only think of one thing, and that is there are certain save points of your setup on your computer. Perhaps the user didn't go far enough back, right? Perhaps the user didn't go far enough back and instead went to an area where Megabyte was still there. So, anyway, brand new series, and now they have introduced live action segments to this series, which means that the series is no longer strictly all CGI. Now we have actual actors and actresses in there, to which, first of all, I'm going to say I couldn't care less about these people, these kids. And they go into kind of like, you remember Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, the really shitty kids TV show where Joey Lawrence's little brother would go into the computer world and he'd be Ultraman, but in the computer world, and he never did it outside of the computer, blah, 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 blah. So, so now this reboot, which is now called Reboot the Guardian Code, has these kids go into the cyberverse, the mainframe universe, and that part is CGI. But there's so many things that are wrong with it. It is basically Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad meets VR Troopers meets Power Rangers, and then on the other side of it, you got like a really shitty form of Commander Data, aka Pinocchio, of someone who was in the mainframe but is now materialized into Big Bad Beetleborgs. That's another great example. Someone who was in the mainframe but is now materialized into the real world, but doesn't know how to function in the real world, but has the body of this young teenage girl. I could already see way too many, there's way too many problems with that already. So, oh my god, all the crap except sense. So, here's the issue inside the mainframe.
That is disappointing.
It is very disappointing. Here's the issue inside the mainframe. First of all, Enzo is version 01. Okay, you can get away with that because if they rebooted the hard drive, if they rebooted mainframe, then chances are there's that possibility that Enzo was no longer age 10. Instead, he was not 10, he was 01. So we went pre-birthday. Number 2, there is no Matrix. Enzo's older self is gone. Andrea is gone.
Fuck.
Okay. Moving forward from there. Dot, at one point in time, cowers behind Enzo. When did Dot become... When did Dot become spineless? And not to mention, to hide behind her younger brother? That is disgusting.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
What the shit?
It keeps going.
I feel like my childhood has just been destroyed.
Kind of. It keeps going. Okay. Hexadecimal. We meet Hexadecimal in this brand new series of Reboot the Guardian Code. Her face articulates. So this is post Bob fixing Hexadecimal's face. You're starting to see the... Yeah. You're starting to see, like, okay, you're, like, picking and choosing here.
Yeah. Smoke coming from ears. Brain. Error. Wow.
Okay.
They just bitched that.
Oh, yeah. They shit the bed on it. Here's the big kicker, okay? In the new series, Reboot, the quote-unquote, the Guardian Code, we meet the user, who is an actual human being, who is someone in their mid-50s, balding, glasses, poor hygiene, and has memorabilia around the house, not of Mainframe, not of the Bob and Mainframe universe, but has memorabilia around the house of Reboot, the TV series, which doesn't make any sense. Okay? In the series, they fire up yet again the Mainframe. So the computer is back up and running, and that's how they go into that universe and meet Enzo and Bob and Hexadecimal, and I won't even get into Megabyte. That's a clusterfuck on its own. And so they fire up the computer yet again. Mainframe is back up and running. The user, who's this middle-aged, ugly-ass, mid-50s loser living in probably someone's basement, I'm pretty sure he says that, realizes that Mainframe has started up again, and so decides to play a game on his old system. I think I just killed Eli.
Maybe. I want to vomit a little.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm going to get to a point, okay? If you wanted to play a game on your computer right now, and the game is on a disc, how do you play a game on your computer that's on a disc? It's not a trick question.
You mean like a floppy disk?
Yeah.
You mean like a floppy disk?
Yeah.
Or a CD?
A CD. Anything.
Go find a floppy drive.
Yeah, you throw it into the computer drive.
Go find a drive for the damn thing.
Yeah, you throw it into the computer drive, and then you play a game. Okay? Next question.
Yeah.
If you wanted to play a game online, say through Steam, again, not a trick question.
Okay.
But if you want to play a game online through Steam, how do you do it?
Go to the store, download the game, start playing.
There you go. So one of these games you need an online connection for, which is a Steam game. And the other game, which is on a disc, you do not need necessarily an online connection for at all. Okay? So the user figures out that Mainframe is back up and running. And so he finally has an opportunity to play a game. And he actually makes note. He actually says that he has been waiting 19 years for Mainframe to start back up again. The actual number of years since the last episode aired on television of Reboot. 19 years, okay? So, what he does is he goes, yay, I get to play a game on the Mainframe again. He grabs a disc and throws it into his computer. Why couldn't he do that before? You don't need a connection.
Yeah, for real.
You don't need a connection to a remote server to play a single-player offline game. You do need a connection to a remote server.
Especially because that Mainframe was never connected online.
Well, it was intermittent, right? But you don't need a connection to play a single-player game through a disc. You do need a connection to play a multiplayer game through Steam, but you don't need a fucking disc.
No.
So why?
Yeah, they definitely.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying they shit the bed on that.
Yeah. Why does anyone need to have a physical disc? Why does anyone need to have a physical fucking disc to put it into a computer that is in their house to play a game on a server that they don't know where the fuck it is?
And that's what makes me a little like, okay, if he was playing it all on his computer before and the Mainframe is his computer, wouldn't he have just noticed like, oh, my computer just, that's why he's like, oh, okay. Like, it just seems odd that, like you said, like, is he not using the same system and it's all off? And I mean, shit, if I'm sitting there and my computer just randomly turns on, I'm gonna be fucking Google. Me right now.
Alexa, off. Oh, I think I just messed with a couple of people. So
honestly, I would hear, "I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that." Jesus Christ, no.
No. So that like among everything else, okay, you got the majority of the character traits of the main cast wrong. Oh, whatever, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that these people who wrote this episode, who are the writers behind this series, don't know how computers and games work is beyond acceptable. Beyond, yeah, that's completely, utterly unacceptable.
Yeah. That's just messed up. I mean, shit, that'd be like someone trying food and all the characters are purple.
Apparently, those who Dark Avenger Gaming has never watched or lost me in like 20 minutes. Lost them about 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Okay. So the whole point is that they got the
on the topic
wrong.
Of Lost.
Yes.
On the topic, to bet that one or two of the writers from Lost are the one fucking fiasco.
Fiasco.
Yeah, they're the ones responsible for the fiasco.
Oh.
That is the reboot.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I'm gonna make this quick, so we're just gonna wrap this up here. So I'll let you go, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thanks for joining me, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm letting you go. I'll talk to you later, dude.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good one, dude.
Bye. Okay, so it is. I apologize again for the quality of that call, but it's not usually like this. What usually happens is that I have my video camera here, and then Eli has his video camera, and we actually are both on Twitch as well as YouTube at the same time. But unfortunately, he had to go visit some family, so a bit of a shorter episode. Let me just get into and explain it. The things that piss me off the most about what's going on with the Reboot series. Okay? Enzo and Matrix are basically brothers. Matrix was a copy of Enzo that has since gone on and lived a hard life experience trying to survive through games. Enzo is the result of the computer that they all live in rebooting, and so it just created another Enzo. Dot, who is Enzo and Matrix's sister, has always been a very go-getter and forward thinker, as well as action-ready character. The fact that this full-grown woman, businesswoman, entrepreneur, and just a professional on so many different levels in this new series cowered behind her younger, literal, smaller, younger brother is unacceptable. Hexadecimal's face that articulates and moves doesn't make sense to the fact that Enzo has not been upgraded. So if Enzo has not been upgraded, then why did Hexadecimal go through all this life experience and have Bob fix her face? That doesn't make any sense. And the literal fact that the people who wrote this series don't know how computer games work just bugs me to no end. Why would you need a disc to play a game on your computer on a server that you don't know where the hell it is? That doesn't make any sense. That is two different things. I can play a game on my computer with a disc and not be connected to the internet. And I can play a game on Steam or a joint server and not need a disc. So why did this character need mainframe to be up and running for him to play a computer that he owned a physical copy of? Why? That doesn't make any sense. And not to mention the fact that you are making reference to a series that was 19 years ago and paying tribute to its fans by portraying the user as a middle-aged, late 50s, ugly as hell, unkempt, balding, single male who is obsessed with the game and obsessed with the series. And that's your tribute to the fans? That's your reference to the fans? The ones who have been hanging off of every little piece of news and information for the past 19 years to find out what the hell happened and the cliffhanger that was the end of the entire show? That's just disgusting. But that's my opinion. And who the fuck am I? Anyway, thanks for joining me. This has been a truncated version of the Flipside Radio Show. Thanks, Dark Venture Gaming. And continue to speak from the skull. And I will see you guys next time.